page?
Okay, starting on page 400, because this is the one that will be more like your test. The homework is both sides, so you should have done both. We'll go through this first because this is the part you need to focus on to make sure you're ready for the test on Friday and Monday. First two are just order of operations, so you need to rewrite this. Here's your biggest thing. You must follow in order and rewrite everything you have not done. Do not forget, this is all about GEMMA, right? I have no groupings, I have no exponents. I'm just doing multiplication, division, left to right. Anything I do, I rewrite everything else. That's the only way you're going to be able to keep track of everything that you need to do. And as I do it piece by piece, so you can see it comes right down to 25. Okay? Our second one is already written with enough space to go down. So I'm just going to go straight from this. Again, I don't have any groupings. I don't have any exponents. I'm just doing multiplication, division, left to right. So I multiply first. That one becomes 72 minus 29 plus 30. Oops, sorry. Plus 30 divided by 15 minus 15. Now I have a division. So 72 minus 29 plus 2 minus 15. 72 minus 29 is going to be 43. Plus 2 minus 15 gives me 45 minus 15, or 30 for my answer. You notice how I've rewritten everything, every step, guys. Most people that I'm seeing are making mistakes are doing this, and then all they're doing is 72 minus 29. They lose track that they got a division to do first. When you rewrite it all, it's much easier to go through the GEMMA. Our distributive property, we're going to combine like terms and then rewrite the expression. So I'm going to use commutative distributive, means I'm taking it and going out. I highly recommend those arrows, guys. It's going to help you make sure you're keeping track of each piece of it. So this becomes 54m plus 27 plus 6 minus 24m. For my combining, I'm now putting the pieces together that are the same. So 54 minus m minus 24m gives me 30m. 27 plus 6 means plus 33. That would be your final answer. Our next one, we have commutative property, distributive property again. So I'm going to distribute this piece out. That gives me 12x plus 24y over 6 plus 2y minus x. I can still, order of operations, take this one and make it more simple by dividing the first two top terms by 6. So 12 divided by 6 gives me 2x. 24 divided by 6 gives me 4y. Plus, these are still available, 2y minus x. I now combine my like terms. 2x minus x leaves me with just x. 4y plus 2y plus 6y. That should have been your answer on that one. And make sure that looks like a 6 on 4. Okay? Our next one, rewrite each expression as a product of two factors so that the coefficient is 1. So basically all they're saying is, take my coefficient, I'm going to make that the product of the two factors. So I'm going to divide them both by 3. So that becomes 3 now comes to the outside. 3 divided by 3 gives me 1x minus 5/3. And we would take that, although normally we say you wanted to simplify that, make it a mixed number. So you could also rewrite that as 3 minus x minus 1 2/3. We would take either one of those answers. Does everybody understand where it came from? Okay? Same thing here. I look for my coefficient of my variable. Coefficient of the number being multiplied by it, which is 3/4. So to get it to 1, I need to divide by that. But I don't actually divide by fractions. I multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply both sides of this times 4/3. So this one now is going to become 1 because those all go away. This one I go over 1. 1 and 3 means that I now have 12 over 1. So again, I'm now multiplying everything by 3/4. So that's going to be times x plus, and it's now 12. I divided by 3/4, right? Because do I divide by fractions, Micah? No. What do? I multiply by reciprocal. So to figure out how did I get this to 1, I had to multiply by the reciprocal times 4/3. but I actually multiplied it by 3/4. So 3/4 times x is going to give me 3/4 x. 3/4 times 12 is going to give me the 9 to get back to where I originally had. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. Our next one, now we're writing the algebraic expression to represent the verbal expression. So you have to be really careful on these. These are really tricky. Hopefully your test will be as tricky. We'll see. 1/3 the sum of a number and 2 and 100. So that's 1/3 times the sum of a number and 2 and 100. Our next one, 16 and 2/10 subtracted from, that's a flipping phrase, 2 times a number. So my flipping phrase means that last part comes first, 2 times the number, subtracted from 16 and 2/10. Well, you're seeing all kinds of stuff there. Flipping phrases, verbal expression of decimal places. So make sure you're able to do all of those things when we do the test on Friday. Miguel has 3 times as many books as Jose. Write an expression to represent the number of books Miguel has if J represents what Jose has. So if J is Jose, Miguel has 3 times that, correct? So that would be the expression. 3 dot J would be acceptable. But I don't need the dot number beside a variable means multiply. Okay, Rosa has 5 fewer bracelets than Maria. Write an expression to represent the number of bracelets Rosa has if M represents the number that Maria has. So Maria is M, Rosa is 5 fewer than that. So to figure out what she has, I would take my M and subtract 5. Sheldon Elementary School has a school store. They're charging for the buying of items for the store. The store sells scented pencils that come in packs of 24. Write an algebraic expression that represents the total number of scented pencils it has available in sale. Let P represent the number of packs of scented pencils. So if a pack has 24, P is my pack. How would I find out how many individual pencils there are? I would need to, Anthony? No?
I have 6 packs of pencils. Each of them has 24. How do I find out how many is in there?
Okay, the number of packs, and I have to multiply by 24. If each pack has 24 pencils, yes? So it's going to be 24P. I'm going to multiply. The store sells animal-themed folders that come in packs of 6. They currently have 4 packs in the store, and it's ordering more. Write an algebraic expression for the total number of folders, not packs, after ordering more folders. Let X represent the number of packs. Okay? So, do I know how many I've ordered? No. But I know each of those packs has how many folders in it? 6. So how would I represent that? 6X. But they've already got some folders, right? How many folders do they already have? But they have 4 packs. How many are in each pack? 6. How many folders do they currently have? That makes sense. Okay. Our last one, they sell animal-shaped rubber bracelets. They come in packs of 24. Write an expression that represents the cost of each bracelet. Let C represent the cost of a pack of 24 bracelets. So if the C is the cost of the 24 bracelets for a pack, and I want to know what each bracelet costs, what am I going to need to do to that cost? Natalie? No, the C is the cost of the whole pack, right?
For this pack of 24 bracelets, how much should I pay for each bracelet? What am I doing?
Right. So I take my cost, and I'm going to divide by 24. Or you could also write it as a fraction. Either one of those representations would work. Are those all making sense? Okay. Here's the last one for your test. Darian's band made $500 on one night. They had to subtract costs of $80 and then divide the remaining money among the band members. If there are 4 members in the band, which numeric expression correctly shows the amount that each member makes? Explain your answer using the order of operations. So I need to have my explanation use the order of operations to tell me why I'm using the expression I am. So the key is realizing what is being divided, right? So in this case, expression A, what's actually being divided? 80, which is what? Cost, right? In this case, what's being divided? What is that answer? Right? So should I be dividing the cost by 4 or what they made by 4? So which one is correct? B. So using that order of operations, expression A, you should have this written down, guys, to help you study, is dividing the cost expression B divides the total made, so it is correct. So because we associated the what they made, subtracting the cost, that's their total made. Expression B is the one that actually does it properly. Any questions on that page, guys? So for your study for the test, this back page is the most important part. But we still wanted to do this review of the other pieces because this is all stuff we've been doing this year. Okay, so I'm going to go really quick on this part because this one's not as important for the test. Anytime I'm doing a conversion, I need to start with my conversion factor. So I know 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. And that's going to equal some number of grams and milligrams, but now I know it's 4 grams. 1 to 4, I'm going times 4. So I multiply by 4 and I get 4,000 milligrams. Should be this easy to set up, guys. Ounces and pounds. I know that it's 16 ounces in 1 pound. And I'm going to 6,400 ounces per pound. How do I go 16 to 6,400? Times 400. So I'm going to take the 1 times 400 and I get 400 pounds. See how easy this is if you set up your 4 portions, guys? Determining sums. So that means I'm just adding. To add fractions, I must have a common denominator. 7 and 5 are going to meet at 35, so I'm multiplying that by 7 by 5. So that gives me 30 35ths plus 3 and 7 35ths. Adding the fraction pieces gives me 37 35ths or 1 and 2 35ths. And then I add in the 1. 1 plus 3 gives me 4 and 2 35ths. Same thing here. I need to worry about the fractions first. So 2/3, I'm going to multiply by 4, multiply by 3. So that's going to give me 8 twelfths plus 3 twelfths or 11 twelfths. The whole number is 4 plus 1 gives me 5. So it's 5 and 11 twelfths. LCM, it's been a while since we did that. That's our cake, right? LCM is all of them. So I take out the 2. I multiply all of them. 5 times 2 is 10, plus times 3 is 30. So the LCM equals 30 on this one. 7 and 12. What's my common factor? And divisible by 2, 3, 5, 7. That's 1. What's the math term we use for that? Then my greatest common factor is 1. What can we find? Like, did that lady with Jolly Ranchers? Good job. Now we use that term for a long time. Now I still do the same thing. I multiply them all. Gives me an LCM of 84. Okay, each whole for the percent given. Remember, it's always easiest to start with the percent because I know it goes over 100. And I know it's going to go to 68 over something. They told me that that's the part, right? Can I go 32 to 68 correctly? No. Can I simplify? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and step back, and I'm going to erase this and write over so I can step back a little easier. So I can divide those by 2, which is going to give me 16 and 50. Can I go 16 to 68? No. Can I step back again? Yep. I can go to 8 and 25. Can I go 8 to 68? No. Can I step back again? So if I get to a point I can't step back any further, I'm going to have to just divide. So I divide 68 by 8. That's going to go 8 times. Gives me a 4. So 8 and 5/10. So I can do it, but I now know I'm multiplying by 8 and 5/10. So now I'm going to take the 25 times 8 and 5/10. 25 times, that's a terrible 5. 8 and 5/10 means I have one decimal place. 25, 10, 12, 0, 40, 16, 20, 5, 2, 1, 2, one decimal place. So the answer is actually 212 and 5/10. So that is my answer. That one was a little trickier. We'll see how we're feeling, if we're going to be generous and make the numbers easier on the test or not. Our next one, I now have 80%. And I know it's going to be 16. Can I go 80 to 16 easily? No. Can I step back? I'm going to do a big one because I can see easily I get rid of the 10s, right? And go to 8. That one's a simple one. So I multiply by 2 gives me 20. So the answer on that one is 20. The better buy. This one we've got to divide it all out. So $12.99 and 42 ounces. And I'm going to go down to 1 ounce. I know how much I'm paying per ounce. Meaning I'm dividing by 42. I'm going to take $12.99 divided by 42. We'll go there. First place it's going to go is here. Minus 126 gives me 39. Not quite. So it's going to be about 31 cents. Second one is $2.99 for 10 ounces. So I know that that one's going to be going down to 1 ounce divided by 10. Means I just move my decimal place once. Which is better, 31 or $2.99? $2.99. So the $2.99 is better deal. Make sure you state it, guys. Don't just show your work. You don't tell us which one's the better deal. You haven't actually done what you need to. This one, they gave me the per pound. So really all I have to do is this one. So I know it's $5 and 3 pounds. And I need to get down to 1 pound so that I can compare. So that means I'm just dividing by 3. So I take 5, divide by 3, that's going to go 1. And minus 3 gives me a 20. That's going to be 6. So I already know I'm higher, right? 1.6 is bigger than 1.5. So $1.50 is the better deal. The next one, if I want equivalent ratios, all I got to do is multiply by the same number. Mr. War Tip, make it easy. Do it times 2. 4 eggs, 10 cups, and multiply by 10. Gives me 20 eggs and 50 cups. Same thing. Multiply by 2 gives me 40 red. Okay, guys. Good luck.
Have a great day.
I'll finish again for you. Okay, guys. Here's the last ones. Calculate the volume. So for the volume, I'm going to have to break it into 3 separate parts. Remember, volume is length times width times height. So number 1, I have a length of 2, a width of 1, and a height of 6, because the 2 sides are the same. And actually, it looks like 1 and 2 are the same, so we'll be able to do that one, just double it. So that becomes length, width, height. So now we say 1 centimeter times 2 centimeters times 6 centimeters gives us 12 cubic centimeters. And I have 2 of those for 1 and 2, gives me 24 cubic centimeters. And our third one is 6 by 2 by 1. Oh, so we actually just have 3 of those. So you just add another 12. So that gives us a total volume of 63 cubic centimeters. Or 36. I wrote it right. In Mr. Lyle's math class, of 25 students, 8 of the students play a musical instrument, 1% play an instrument. So it's 8 of the 25. And I want to know percent. We know that percent is out of 100. So to go there, I'm going to multiply by 4, not 2. So times 4 gives me 32. So this is a word problem. 32% of the students play an instrument. So again, this front side was just good review, but not doing any questions on the test on that part. So don't worry about studying on that, study the back side. And good luck, guys. Put it on.